Right.
She was chosen. She didn't say her origin, that she is Jewish or whatever, because Mordechai told her not to say. Keep it,
Do you remember the story?
Yeah.
keep it secret. And then the story about such a language that it's not was not used, whatever.
Right.
But he understood it, so he heard, and he told Esther, the queen, and she told the king. And of course they made whatever investigation, they found that it's true, and they hanged these two.
Hello.
Oh, shalom, yeah. Tell me the shalom to you. Morning. I'm so tired.
Where's what?
The Meghilla?
The Meghilla's right in front of Alan, right there, and there's the story. This is Stuart Rosenblatt.
I'm Stuart Rosenblatt.
The tree maker of all time.
I like that. The forest maker,
The
yes.
forest maker. Mary Pat, did you make your necklace?
I did, of course.
No way.
Make it.
No way.
That and many more.
These are all the attendees for the dedication of the Meghilla. Here comes Mary Pat and her beautiful necklace and her handsome husband Eddie.
Thank you so much. Simon's
Meow! This is a shared family too. Meow! 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 Sarah.
Sarah.
Where's
Welcome you all, and we are here this evening for a special event with a very special story behind it. So without further words, I would like to call upon a representative of the Sher family who will share with us the details. David Sher.
Welcome everyone, and shalom to you all. I'm so proud to be surrounded by my family, my extended family, because you know, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. This is also a very special day for my cousin Geraldine, as it's the anniversary of her mom's death, and we wish her a long life. My name is David Sher, and I'm about to tell you the story of the Sher Meghilla. I want you to relax, close your eyes a little, breathe deeply, as we're transported back in time to a small shtetl called Tels in the area of Kovna in Lithuania or Russia, or wherever it was in those times, because it bounced back and forth, in or about the year 1845. Picture a cobbled street with horses and carts busily making their way through the narrow streets, rushing on a Friday afternoon. The Shabbat is about to begin. Wives are busy preparing the final touches to the meal. Amidst all the chaos, a man, fairly small and short, with a flowing beard, a kind smile, and of course, generous sure lips, makes his way home from the local mill, where all day he's been working at various menial jobs, carrying bags of flour, organizing their transportation, and helping the milling process. He is tired but has a hopeful gait as he walks home to greet his family. He knows he still has a few hours to work on his treasure, his keepsake, his precious Meghilla. He's worked hard on making the scroll from lambskin in the prescribed manner, and the ink is dark, lush black, developed from vegetable dyes. He knows that the time to complete the writing is closing in, as the hatred of Jews and their culture is now a daily concern. It started with silly jokes from his mill workers, and now throwing of bricks and soldiers with loose tempers are a daily occurrence. All the while he worked overtime, saving every penny he could to get his son David and his wife Sarah out of Russia, Lithuania, in harm's way. He must finish the Meghilla so it can be his parting gift to his son before leaving, to be passed on and remembered through the generations. Zachor davar li'adecha, always you shall remember. David and Sarah escaped Lithuania with very little of their belongings, but they did manage to bring the Meghilla and ended up in Cork, Ireland. Why Ireland? Well, the story's been told in two ways. The first is they bought a ticket for a trip to America from an unscrupulous sea captain, and the captain told them they arrived in America when actually they were really only in Ireland. The other possibility is when the captain called out that they arrived in Cork, the forefathers thought they heard New York and got off. The Meghilla was passed down from eldest son to eldest son through the generations, Lador Vador, from Abraham to David, to Isaac to Leslie, to me. Simon and Onyx, please join me up here as I fulfill the promise of Lador Vador. Yay! So today I pass it down to my son Simon, who will pass it down to his son Onyx. Ironically, it was the second David and Sarah, meeting my wife Sarah and I, who actually made it to America from Ireland. I'm so grateful for Sarah's support in treasuring family. She is always the first to embrace family holidays and painstakingly has maintained the family tree and hers and mine. I would like to give special thanks to Maddie, Debbie, the museum for making this happen. I also thank my extended family for traveling from all over to be here. I would like, in memory of my father Leslie and mother Eve, to present this Meghilla of Esther to the Irish Jewish Museum. Please join me in a blessing of thanks for reaching this point of time. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu v'zman hazeh. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has watched over my family and through this wonderful family Meghilla keepsake has brought us all back to Ireland and reached this joyous point in time. Toda Rabah. Thank you very much.
Actually, I see this as the closing of a circle. This is a family that landed here over 100 years ago. They didn't know what their future would be, where they were headed, where their descendants would be, and their great-great-grandchildren now return here with the Meghilla back to Dublin to close that wonderful circle. And that Meghilla is displayed here in the museum. And what is the story of the Meghilla? What is the book of Esther about? It's a story of Jews that were exiled from their land, exiled from the Holy Land for their sins, and they're living in this huge empire, Persian Empire, and a Holocaust is looming, a genocide. We have the evil Haman wants to destroy and obliterate the entire Jewish nation, and they're miraculously saved. And Purim, as we know, like most Jewish festivals, it follows the pattern of they try to kill us, we were saved, let's eat. And what happens in the crisis, in the fear of genocide, the Jews pull together as a nation, they pull together with their beliefs, and they find that faith, and they pray to God for salvation. Because wherever the Jews went, however far they were exiled, they always kept their faith with them. If you will, they carried the Meghilla with them in their hearts. And the story of your family too, who fled their homelands for better and safer prospects for the generations to come. And they stopped in the Emerald Isle for a few decades or so. They also brought that Meghilla with them. They may not have known what lay ahead, but the ancient tale of Jewish faith in exile was something that they never left behind. And the message for us today is a very deep and poignant message for us, for the Jewish people. As a Jewish nation, we are scattered far and wide in different corners of the world, different countries and customs, different languages, American for example, and different lifestyle. But there is a binding thread that links the Jewish people across all those continents. It's the story of the Meghilla. It's the story of Jewish struggle, Jewish faith, ending up in Jewish unity and salvation. The threats to our people have unfortunately not disappeared. Anti-Semitism, as you know, is on the rise across the world. Sometimes very badly concealed as sentiment, as anti-Israel sentiment. And ancient Persia has arisen and now has almost acquired nuclear weapons and threatened repeatedly to wipe Israel off the map. But the message from the Meghilla rings true today as it did when it was written over 2,000 years ago. That if we pull together as a people, as a nation, without division and without dissent, and we remember to keep God in the equation, then we know that in the end we will be all right. It's really an honor to have your Meghilla here in our community and in our museum. Thank you very much.
And on behalf of the Irish Jewish Museum, and on behalf of all the visitors in the future that will see this Meghilla here, I'd like to thank David, his family, the entire family, Shell family, for this beautiful presentation. We found, after a research that we have done here, the records from a census done in 1901 in Ireland, with the records of David and Sarah and their children, and with the original signature of the form that they made. Please.
Right.